Muy buenas a todos, soy Focumero, esto es Focumero Gaming, estamos un día más en Spellforce 3. Seguimos de relaciones públicas, hablando con toda la gente que está en... Hostia, en Mulandir, que no me salía. Y queda por hacer, buscar ayuda a los orcos, porque ya tenemos la ayuda de los humanos o de los elfos y tras esto, pues, a la historia principal que ya quedará poco. Vamos a hablar con este a ver qué quiere.
Ellen's Reigns. What a journey. But I must admit, this city is a marvel. Such beauty. It almost makes me forget the reason I'm here.
Are you still, heartbroken?
I shall forever be heartbroken.
Era el
But
Romeo.
none of that matters anymore. If the fire in her heart does not burn as brightly for me as mine does for her, then so be it. Tell me, do you mind if I stick around for a while longer? Iskander isn't safe these days, especially not for a vagabond elf, and there's no way on Io I'm going back into that accursed city. Even if the darkest alleys of Everlight carry her flowery scent, even the most mischievous of voices whisper her lovely words, even...
Yes, you can stay. Maybe you could even help us out with your skills.
Of course. I have already talked to the elves in your company. More here weapons are a bit different, but not too much from what I usually create. Just come to me if you require my knowledge.
Vamos a ver.
Yes, yes. Have you come to see the fruits of my labor?
Hostia, esta armadura es muy buena, ¿eh? Es mejor que la que llevo. Lo único que no me protege de la nigromancia y de los ataques de luz. Pero es muy buena. Y esto es un hacha de 2 manos. 32. Además tiene opción de crítico 8%. Lo que tengo ya ahora, el lucero del alba, hace daño invernal. Un arco morado. Y esto... lanzamiento chido. Esto hace daño a 2 objetivos. Esto está también muy bien, 52 de daño. Porque golpea 2. Bueno, esto es... Esto cuando haces batallas en grupo está bien, pero ya combates individuales está mejor el lucero del alba, que es lo que llevo. Esta hacha está muy bien, lo que pasa es que hace menos daño y tampoco tiene la habilidad de hielo, no me interesa. Arma de una mano, estos son lanzas brillantes. Está bastante bien para la tipa, la que... Iana. 37-11%. Estaría bastante bien darle estas lanzas a ella. Esto es... Incluso una de estas armaduras también para ella. No hay ninguna que dé ninguna bonificación especial, tampoco. Esta es que tiene pinta de estar más chula que la que llevo yo ahora. Esto es un arma de una mano, espada prestante. %9% de opción de crítico. Y hace 50 de daño por... Quizás la puedo poner por esta, no sé. Lanza brillante tiene ya una. Puedo poner otra más de lanzas.
Yes, yes.
Tiene
Have you
una,
come to see
hemos
the
dicho.
fruits of my labor?
Pues únicamente le falta otra. Y en todo caso de esta. Perfora dragones. Esto también bastante bien. Lanza aplastante. Esto es espada aplastante. Es que está muy bien. A ver, lanza brillante 37. Tengo aquí la referencia. No sé si comprar esta. Comprar otra lanza más de estas. Y se la voy a poner.
I'm getting new wares by the next moon's turn.
Ya está. Así tiene equipo brillante también esta. Vamos a completar la misión de los interiores. Así podemos hacer la armadura de Isgreen. Recordamos que voy a meter a esta pava por Rogen para probar su eficacia. Ahí arriba tenemos al ogro, que no sé qué pinta ahí. Lo llegamos a matar, pero ha vuelto a reaparecer con el depurador. Es que no me gusta, de verdad, no me gusta nada cómo queda el morado con el... Si la armadura fuera de color metálica, así gris, quedaría bien, pero es que dorado y morado queda bien en la rima únicamente. A mi gusto, quiero decir. Vamos a pulsar espacio y continuamos.
Yes?
Esta es la misión principal, creo. No, es hablar con Aria, es la secundaria. La principal es esta, que es la que tengo que evitar. Tengo que evitar más que nada porque quiero pillar a los orcos también de aliados.
Tahar, I guess I still owe you an explanation, don't I? About that bandit in Farland's Hope?
Do you?
I do. First off, I appreciate that you didn't stop me. It was what most reasonable people would have done, I guess.
Bueno, se lo merecía.
He deserved it.
Yeah, he did. About 5 years ago, something happened. I was on the road and the sun had just started to set, and I was closing in on the village where I had planned to spend the night. It was a beautiful day, really. The sky was clear, the stars were coming out, and the crickets were chirping. Just 1 mile before the village gates, I saw a woman and her son. Or at least I thought he was. And they were surrounded by 2 men and a woman, who were pushing her around, tearing her clothes off. She was weeping, begging them for mercy, and her son, who probably didn't realize what was happening, was holding her leg and crying. That woman's screams were horrible. What I remember even more was the crying of that poor boy. They were the tears of a soul who, up to that point, had still thought life was all about beauty, about love, and who had now awoken to reality. Long story short, I didn't help. I just stood there, watching it all through the thickets, like some grotesque play. When they were done, they kicked the woman into a pit on the roadside and
Qué
took the boy
cabrones.
with them.
¿Y por qué no ayudaste?
Why didn't you help?
I've been asking myself the same thing ever since. In the end, I think it was plain cowardice. Then again, if life taught me something, then it's that only in the books that people make the right calls when push comes to shove. Sure, there are exceptions, but most of us just stand by and watch.
Y por eso lo torturaste, claro.
And that was why you tortured the bandit?
I guess. That woman the bandit in Farland's Hope killed. I don't know, but something about her reminded me of that summer night. And yeah, I know, it was a stupid thing to do. Stupid and above all, pointless. Making that bandit suffer didn't help anyone. Neither the woman he had tortured to death, nor the one on the road, or her little boy. I just couldn't help it. It was as if some dark part of my mind had taken over.
Bueno, tal vez fue tu manera de redimirte.
Maybe it was your way of atoning for not helping that woman.
Atoning. Such a big word. I don't know. Either way, anything else you need? If not, I'd like to have some time on my own. There's a lot that's been going through my mind lately.
No sé. A ver.
Corporal? Need anything?
Los viajes, me preguntaba cómo estás, habla de tu patria. Hasta luego.
Goodbye.
Esto es simplemente comunicación. Quiero hablar con el enano para ver si tengo ya para hacer la armadura. Y si no, continúo con el viaje.
Will do.
Recordamos que es ayudar a los orcos. Pero me pide hablar con Iria también. Avanza a la misión principal, avanza a la misión principal.
To this day, the Shaper's magical and technological prowess remains unrivaled.
¿Dónde vas? ¿Dónde vas? ¿Dónde vas? ¿De aquí anda?
Let's
Que hablar
see.
con este.
Now would you look at that?
Tahar, may I help you with something?
Pues no, no puedo ayudarte entonces.
What exactly is it that fascinates you about the Shapers?
Oh, Tahar, that's quite a topic. I don't mind sharing, but are you sure you want to go there?
Venga, va.
I am. Tell me.
All right. Well, where do I start? You see, the Shapers have always fascinated me. They're all over EO. These remnants of a once so glorious civilization. Yet for some reason, so many people are almost oblivious to it. On the one hand, of course, that's very sad. On the other hand, it also makes it a lot more exciting. It's like I'm a treasure hunter, only that everyone else fails to see the treasures around us. Tell me, Tahar, when seeing all of this, don't you sometimes feel like you're exploring a childhood dream? The kind of world the poets and the bards always spoke of?
Bueno, sería un poquito sangriento.
The Shapers are dangerous. Just think of that Steel Guardian we fought to get in, or the Ghost Watchers. Not what I'd call a childhood dream.
Well, yeah, but it doesn't take away from the wonderment, does it? But this childish fascination was only the spark. The more I studied the Shapers, the more enthralled I became with their culture. Did you know that at the pinnacle of their existence, they ruled over all of EO? A global empire with no one to oppose them.
You seem to consider that a good thing.
Oh, good, bad, the world doesn't work like that. Of course, there are writings that hint at the fact that the Shaper Empire wasn't all rainbows and unicorns, but still it was stable. And it persisted for tens of thousands of years. Can you imagine? All this knowledge, all this art, all this wisdom. Nothing in the EO of today can match that. Nothing. It's like comparing a sea full of secrets with a puddle of muddy water.
¿Cómo sabes todo eso?
How do you know all this?
Some of it from writings, some of it's just connecting the dots. I know how many scholars are out there at the universities giving their talks about the inscrutable empire, but it's not nearly as inscrutable as they say. Their problem is they're trying to understand the Shapers by reading books and dusty tablets. That's not how it works. You need to get out there, into the field.
Historia de
And even if
enanos,
it takes
¿sabes?
years of fruitless digging, eventually you're bound to
Da
stumble
igual
on
Dragon
something,
Age,
another piece of
Señor de
the
los
mosaic.
Anillos, Spellforce.
Very poetic.
Los enanos
Because
tienen
it
muchas
is.
cosas que contar.
And how exactly did their empire come to be? They must have conquered quite a few nations.
They had the liberty of being the first living civilization on our EO, at least as far as we know. That made it easier to maintain peace and stability. Until the end and the dragons.
Hasta el final y los dragones.
And
Bueno,
yet, they died out.
Yeah. Great mystery.
Most scholars think it was the dragons.
They do, but I doubt it. You saw what the Shapers were capable of. Even a race as powerful as the dragons couldn't have wiped them out. And you see the shape this city is in, Tahar. There's no traces of fire and destruction. But regardless of what it was, it doesn't change the fact that the way the current races of this world treat the Shapers is nothing short of pathetic. They were greater than we'll ever be. But instead of studying this greatness, we ignore them. And why? Just because it doesn't fit into our religion, our traditions, or whatever reason they can come up with. Because to many, admitting what a marvel the Shapers truly were would mean admitting that our culture is pale in comparison.
¿está mal está nuestro mundo?
Is our world really that bad?
That depends on your expectations. We could do worse, certainly, but if this is as good as we can get, then I have nothing to feel but pity.
Bueno, creo que más bien los idealizas.
No offense, but to me it sounds as though you're idealizing. The Shaper world wasn't what you think it was.
Well, I'm sorry you feel it that way.
Como
In
el que
any case,
idealiza sus recuerdos
suppose you
de
found
la
your answer,
infancia.
haven't you? This is what fascinates me about the Shapers. They're a reminder of what we could be, if only we wanted to.
I see. Well, thanks for the explanation, Iskrim.
La putada es que no
appreciate
puedo ayudarle en su armadura, por ahora.
Understood.
Que he terminado de hablar con Iria, pero no quiero hacerlo ahora, voy a hacerlo luego más
Will
adelante.
do.
Quiero avanzar en la misión, quiero pillar a los orcos, como aliados también.
Got it.
Hell is green with further armor improvements. Boulder pits. Pero un artefacto de Isgrim. Es que en teoría tengo dos. Ah, vale, esto es lo que él me dio. Hacha de la montaña, mango, cabeza y nudo. Vamos a ver si es que es... Ahora que tengo un poco más de avance en el juego, si es que tengo que comprar esos objetos por separado o qué. Maldita sea la corona. Esto es. Gran hacha de jefe. Hace falta mango, cabeza parte superior, cabeza parte inferior y nudo. Sí, pero... ¿esto se compra o no se compra? Esto yo creo que son partes que te encuentras por ahí. Bueno, va, hay que irse. Vamos a buscar a los orcos. La música de este juego es la leche. La música, la banda sonora. Entonces pie de Vargor. Esta es la base principal. El mapa es muy extenso, pero apenas hay regiones que pisar. Vamos aquí primero. A la sombra de la montaña homónima yace un páramo que recibe el nombre de Pie del Vargor. Es el hogar de la tribu de los orcos portafuegos, como de muchas otras bestias despiadadas, desde no muertos a demonios. Aquí tiene que ser. Vamos aquí de viaje. Hay que seleccionar al grupo. Me llevo la arquera. Quito a este y me llevo a esta.
In the shadow of the eponymous mountain lies the wasteland referred to as the
Vamos a
Foot
visitar a los orcos.
It is home to the orcish tribe called the Firewielders, as well as to many unforgiving beasts, from the undead to demons. While most travelers stay away from Bargagor for this very reason, the Firewielders cherish their homeland's perils. According to orcish culture, only through constant conflict and danger can a people stay strong and persevere.
Venga, va.
All right, here we are. The foot of Bargagor.
And you still think this is a good idea?
I don't think we have a choice. We need all the allies we can find.
Yes?
If it isn't the dreaded Corporal, I was just about to go on my own.
Well, you're in luck. It turns out we do need an ally. Troops, to be precise.
I had a feeling. And yes, I can help you, provided you help me first.
That was the deal. What do you want?
Your help in preventing a war.
Preventing? I don't mean to be rude, but aren't your kind usually the ones who start them?
That's what most people think. Let me explain. The leader of our tribe is planning to reignite an old war. The War of the Six Races. In other words, he wants to send this world back into chaos. It's stupid and dangerous. But many of my brethren fail to see that. Krell tells them that our tribe has become weak, and that by invading the Nortander and the Elven Empire, we will teach the world to live in fear of us again, as it should be. What they don't see is that no one would benefit from this war. The Fire Wielders would be wiped out. That's as sure as the sunrise. And both the humans and the elves would suffer greatly from this. Krell tells them that we'd be honoring the struggle. But we wouldn't. It's the act of a fool.
La lucha.
The struggle?
Ah, right. Sorry. I forgot that I'm talking to a pale skin. The struggle is the core of our culture. At the heart of everything that lives, there's conflict. The wolf hunts the deer runs from the wolf. Without the deer's flesh, the wolf dies. But if there were no wolf, so would the deer. Why? Because without an enemy, it would breed with no constraint. It would procreate until there's no more plants for the deer to eat.
Their peace would be their doom. And it's the same with every being. Where there's no conflict, there's stagnation. And stagnation leads to downfall. This is why there has to be the struggle.
You know this.
Yes.
But we shouldn't discuss this now. All you need to know is that Krell's actions are a threat. Not only to the orcs, but also the other races.
Entonces, ¿por qué?
What is this Krell hoping to gain from it, then?
Well, there's two reasons. First of all, the bloodburn.
So, the orcs are suffering from it too.
Yes, not as much as you humans do. But there have been outbreaks in some of the tribes. Krell claims that the humans and the elves have manufactured it to wipe us out. Which is why that war would be justified.
That's absurd.
Yes, and he knows it too. But that doesn't stop him from using it to rally the clans behind him nonetheless. And that's the second reason. Krell is a self-obsessed fool. He became High Chieftain with lies and false promises. And people have started to see through that. So now he has no choice but to act.
Eso de hablar y de la espalda, ¿qué tal, eh? No quería interrumpirle, pero me ha hecho bastante gracia la posición y la postura que tienen para hablar.
What is this Krell?
Espérate, que me equivoco.
So the orcs are some...
Yes, Krell claimed...
That's
He vuelto a dar
absurd.
Yes,
a lo
he
mismo.
became High Chieftain with...
I see. And what do you intend to do?
Stop him. Orc culture is based on two pillars, strength and wisdom. And I will show him the power of the second one. By allying with a human and defeating Krell, the Fire Wielders will see that even an unlikely alliance can result in strength.
So you want to fight him?
Challenge him. But since he's a coward, I doubt he'll accept. Which is what you're here for. There's a second plan if the first one fails.
Y a cambio conseguiré tropas, imagino.
And in return, I'll get troops.
Yes. If I stop Krell, I will have the whole Fire Wielder tribe behind me. And I'll give you enough orcish craftsmen and warriors to support your cause.
Bueno, pues estoy de acuerdo.
Agreed. When are you planning to challenge him?
Now, he has agreed to meet me. And I was just about to leave. Ah, one more thing. What's your name?
TAHAR.
Good. Then let us be off to TAHAR. Krell will meet us northeast from here.
Terminar de hablar con Iria, con Iria. Vamos a hablar con esta. ¿Qué dices? Anda. Bueno, pues le ha mandado. Le ha mandado lejos. Este también se une al grupo. No me jodas. Bueno, este es un mago también. Por las pintas que me lleva. Tenía que haberme quitado al enano. Poder mágico. Y se te fue un lobo. Esto es de cambiaformas. A oso. ¿Vamos a hacer de cambiaformas? ¿O qué? Y esto inflige daño adicional. Esto es un beneficio pasivo, creo. Vamos a hacerlo cambiaformas. Habilidades, se han quedado estas dos, vale. Y ahora hace falta equipo. Que me lleva el más básico. ¿Y cuál le pongo? Este es el de Rogen. Este es del de Yana. Cuatro de constitución. No sé si ponerle este con 5 de constitución o subirlo a más. A 9 podría subirlo. Ponerle esta armadura y esta. Queda un poco raro, ¿no? Queda bastante raro. Pues ha ido llena con toda la joyería, ¿eh? Cago en la leche. Ya va. Entonces R y F. R para lobo y F para oso. Matemos aquí los magos. Venga, va. Continuamos. S y Z.
As stupid as their whole damn tribe.
Shut up. He's here. Gore, what's the meaning of this? Who are these pale skins?
My allies. I'm here to challenge you to a duel, Krell. I will be the new High Chieftain of the Fire Wielders.
I hope this is a joke.
No. You are a danger to our race, and I won't stand by while you drag us into chaos. Once again, I challenge you to a duel, here and now.
Kill them, and feed their corpses to the undead.
Vamos a probar el cambiaformas. Pues hace bastante daño, ¿eh? Con la forma de oso. Aunque son 25 segundos. Tengo que ver una cosa. Es que iría cura más que el otro. Ah, vale, porque me falta una mejora más.
Just give the word.
Just as I expected. Bloody coward. Time for our second plan.
Which is...
We'll storm his cow.
What's a cow?
His homestead. His camp. If he doesn't want to face me like a child of Zarak would, we'll force him to.
But we can't take on an entire army by ourselves.
I know that, Tahar. But luckily I'm not the only fire wielder with sense left in him. There's a camp of my brethren nearby who've been sympathizing with my cause, and who promise me their support, if push comes to shove. Follow me.
Venga, pues te seguimos. Venga, venga, guíanos. Guíanos desde atrás. Un campamento.
Who are you? Where's Zargol?
In a better place. You're here to rally against him, aren't you? Good thing I told him that would happen.
Get out of my sight.
Why? 'Cause you think these orcs support your cause? They don't. They only pretend to because Zargol told them to. And seeing who you choose to surround yourself with makes me understand why. paleskins here at the foot of Barga Gore? Honestly, Gore, how low can you go?
These paleskins will do what all of you are too scared to do. Put an end to the orc who will kill us all, if we don't stop him.
And to all of us, this isn't strength, Gore, this is treason. Shut your mouth, Tuck. Gore has done more for our tribe than any of you.
Really? Can't you see he's using you? He doesn't give a damn about the fate of the Fire Wielders. All he wants is Krell's Kyle for himself. But, as I said, it's not too late to turn back. Think about it. All you'll do is throw away your life for a traitor. Krell will restore our race to its former glory with...
I'm done with talking. Face me, or are you as much of a coward as your leader?
Balrek, you piece of shit!
Kill him, Gore! Tear his bloody guts out.
Vamos a probar al lobo. Hostia, el lobo, ¿eh? El lobo mete también bastante.
Scum!
It's decided.
Kill him! Kill that traitor!
Vamos a curar a los aliados. No se puede.
What do we need?
Han dropeado aquí cosas. Vale. Pues hemos terminado.
Bloody fools.
You attacked him.
If I hadn't, he would have drawn more on his side.
How can you know that?
I just do. And this piece of shit killed Zargol. He didn't deserve any better.
Sorry, but this is nonsense. We've been here for not even an hour, and all you've done so far is slaughter each other.
Are you done?
Yeah, I am.
And what now?
Well, we have what we want. A base of operations. Now this is where you come in. If you remember, I saw what you did in Farlan's Hope. Leading those rosy-cheeked farm boys against the Ash Reavers and winning. That was impressive. Which is why I want your advice. I'm a shaman, not a tactician.
You realize that I know nothing of orc tactics, do you?
Warfare is a worldwide art, TAHAR. There's not much to know, apart from our weapons and our traditions. But I'll guide you.
But will your brothers even follow me?
No, but me. And I'll follow your advice. Also, they saw how you can fight. They know you're not a coward.
Fair enough. What's the plan?
Simple.
Me está gustando este tipo.
Krell. In theory, we could attack right now. But he'll know we're coming. So we need to think tactics.
I'm all ears.
We need to win the other clans. The Zol, the Ka, the Nook, and the Kayran. Each of them have their own specialty, which we can use against Krell.
¿Quiénes son los Zul? Estos son de aquí abajo, son los Zul, mira qué bien.
What can the Zul offer us?
Spears. They've perfected that fighting style over the decades. The bleeding caused by just one wound can be fatal. They're slow, but that doesn't make them any less deadly.
Yo pensaba que estos dos portafuegos, ¿sabes? Estos son de CANAL.
Understood.
Uy!
So how do we win them
¿Qué he
over?
hecho?
There are two ways. Every clan has a champion, just as this one had Zargol. If we beat the champion, they will probably submit to our lead. Some of the clans are loyal to Krell, and will have heard of my treason by now. So they'll probably attack us on sight. In other words, blood will be spilled. Others, such as the Kayran, may listen to reason.
So there's another way other than defeating their champion?
As I said, there may be. We'll need to find out. And Krell won't stand by and watch. It'll be a while. But he'll strike soon enough. We have to be prepared.
Pues como
Finally,
en el Valle de los
before you
Elfos.
came, there's been talk of a strange human walking Barga Gore. He had an impressive aura. I don't know if it's worth the time. but you might want to look for him while our clan prepares for battle.
All right. I'll see what I can do.
Vamos a buscar al vagabundo. Pero no más en este episodio. Quiero ver una cosa. Esto es la base principal, pero... ¿se puede construir aquí? No, creo que se puede construir. ¿Pero hay comida? Comida y madera. Madera hay por lo menos. Piedra no me hace falta por ahora. Tenemos un ogro. ¿Qué piedra? Esto lo voy a mejorar para hacer las granjas en cuanto tenga la piedra. Nada más, chavales, voy a dejar por aquí. Y en el próximo pues empezaremos a retar los campeones y a hablar con el vagabundo a ver de qué se trata. Hasta la próxima.